And there's a drive. Deep right field. It is gone! The hit that makes history is a two-run home run.
Hello. It's Tuesday,
Oh,
May 20th, 2025. How's it going over there, Ben?
oh, not too bad. Pretty sore actually. I had a game last night. I don't think I've even got to tell you about it. We ended up winning. It was a pretty good game. We really solid defense, no errors. We ended up winning 12-1. So everybody was hitting. It was still only my third game in so long, and had a couple pair of strikeouts and a walk. So I'm getting on base a little bit. I was actually making contact a little bit better. Made a couple plays in the outfield, but yeah, the foul balls actually felt really good to me because it's challenging pitching. That one buckled me on a curveball on one of my Ks, but wore with pride.
Yeah, you'll get better.
Of course, it wouldn't be. Yeah. Of course, it wouldn't be 6-4-3 without a little lag. So as always, we apologize.
Yep.
It's hard to get good Wi-Fi out here in the sticks. I am in the Charlotte area, but it's pretty country outside of Charlotte. So if you're from this area, know this area, you know that. But anyways, 25 years ago, I'll go ahead and do mine on this day because you have two of them, and I might have one of yours because this is your guy. So Ricky Henderson. Did you have a Ricky Henderson one?
So I don't, but I did see this one. If I is it where can I guess it real quick? And then you can talk more about it.
Yeah.
So is this where he got I believe he got released from the Mets for not hustling is what I saw, and then he homered in his first game with the Mariners, or his first at bat with the Mariners. I think that was on this day, the home run.
Yep, that's correct. He homers in his first bat with the Mariners 25 years ago. So here's a little bit about it. I was reading on a little bit. Ricky extends his record of leadoff home runs to 76 and also becomes the third player to hit a home run in 4 different decades. So which I thought that was pretty cool as well. The Mariners end up losing that game to the Devil Rays. Now they're just the Rays, but throw back to the Devil Rays, 4-3. He had signed a contract with Seattle the previous day after being released with the Mets on May 13th. So at 41 years old and his 22nd year in the league, he was a difference maker for the Mariners. He paired 92 games, collected 31 stolen bags, and posted a 362 on base. So 41 years old, and he's stealing 30-plus bases. That's pretty impressive. One of the best of all time. 81 career leadoff home runs to wrap it up for Ricky Henderson. That boy.
All right.
Boy Ricky.
So the first one I'll get into, this one goes back to 2006. Barry Bonds hits his 714th career home run and ties Babe Ruth for the major league. Ruth was second on that list, and he ties Ruth with 714 against the Oakland Athletics. Then Oakland Athletics. And the other one, on this day in 2008, after failing to sign in free agency, Mike Piazza announces his retirement after 16 seasons. So Hall of Famer there.
Yep. Yeah, I love watching Mike Piazza play. Playing baseball again, I pull up a lot of videos looking just at basic fundamentals or even just hitting fundamentals from major league players. been able to take some lessons in the past, and I remember that. And we actually have some guys on my team. 3 former pros played on my team, so I'm very lucky to be around that. And they also work at Tread Athletics. If you haven't heard of them, if you don't follow them on Instagram either, Luke, I don't know if you do. Super cool page. Um, they always do Tread Athletes of the Week, and it's Major League Player. But it's players that have come through. They have these pitching developments and hitting developments, and it tests everything. It tests your your overall extension, basically everything you see on Baseball Savant. It tests, so kind of cool.
Okay, I got you. Sorry, I was laughing at
yeah,
the lag.
what?
I was laughing at the lag.
Yeah. Am I freezing up my face?
Just a little bit. I can hear everything you're saying. It's just it's kind of just
Okay.
freezing a little bit. So
I'm telling you, one day it'll be better. I promise. But anyways,
yeah,
throwing back to Barry Bonds, he's one of the people I saw. He said, I can catch a baseball almost every single time it's thrown to me or whatever. I don't no matter if it's thrown 100 miles per hour. The catcher, he's catching that baseball every time. Doesn't matter if it's curveball, whatever. He's like, all I'm doing is replacing the glove with the bat. And I think that's a very simple way to put it. Obviously, it's a little bit more than that, but keeping it simple like that, I put that in my head, and I think that's helping me draw contact better. And I think any player that kind of goes through that and thinks about that and really just relaxes in there and puts bat to ball, I think they can help their swings just on the fundamentals. One more thing I want to say is Andrew Jones, 5-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glove, said he would manage the 2026 Team Netherlands in the World Baseball Classic. So it seems like the 2026 World Baseball Classic is going to be a throwdown, man. That's going to be elites. It's going to be a fun one to watch. I'm super stoked about it.
yeah, same here.
What else do you have, Luke?
Yeah, so just kind of go back for fantasy last week. Unfortunately, I took the L on this week. However, it was pretty close to a tie. It's kind of where I've been on most of my week is either tie or pretty close. I'm still looking for my first win. I've been close several times. I won 5 categories, lost 6, tied 1. So, just so happens that Vinny and I are playing each other this week. So we'll have to see how this goes. We just made a trade that went through too.
Adolis Garcia, Jared Jones, rip. Sorry, man. As soon as I traded Jared Jones in this trade, not even an hour later after I accepted it, he Tommy John surgery. So that was a bummer. And then Lucas Giolito for and then Jung Hoo Lee and Sasaki came over to my team. So I'm a big Jung Hoo Lee fan. Buying low on Sasaki. Maybe he'll get better, but he's looked pretty rough to start, and now he's on the IL for a bit. So pretty solid trade. I think it does suck losing Jared Jones because he was supposed to be back. He was supposed to start throwing again next month. Or I think he actually was throwing, and that's he had just restarted throwing or something, and that's when he started feeling, I guess, the pain, and because he wasn't out for any type of arm issue. I think it was a pec issue, maybe is what he was dealing with, or can't remember. But anyways, we're playing each other this week. I took the L last week as well. Unfortunately, it was to the worst team in the league, which happens to be pretty much my L last week, me and you. So we're not looking too great right now, but we'll get there. Hey, you just have to be in the top 8 to make the playoffs. So I think I don't think there's a lot of teams out there better than ours. I think we'll get there. So not worried about it. But right now me and you were tied 4-4-4, and I've got Cease on the mound tonight. So Strider makes his debut tomorrow. Well, not his debut, but his debut from coming back from the IL again. Or he makes his start right today. Actually, my bad. He's Strider's pitching currently as we are talking. So sorry, man.
Yeah, a couple things to touch on real quick is that I'm not sure. I still have to look on how my pitching is going to be this week because other than our trade, I have two other trades that I did. One of them's already gone through. The other one, I acquired, I think, four pitchers. Yeah, I acquired four pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
So this trade was kind of a lot to go through. So I ended up acquiring Tommy Edman, Clark Schmidt, Sagano, Luis Eel, which I believe
Mm-hmm.
hopefully by the second or third week of June he'll be back in the Yankees rotation. So, and then I acquired one more pitcher.
Yep.
Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett. So I got four pitchers plus Tommy Edman, which actually fills my hole at second base that I've been trying to fill for a while. So, and that's
Yep.
also with acquiring Corey Seager, who's probably going to be back early June, at the earliest late this month, and Riley Green as well. And then I also picked up Chandler Simpson, who actually had two stolen bases off the bench last night. So that's what I'm kind of looking for with Chandler Simpson. So I'm looking forward to how my team's shaping up. And yeah, I think we'll be in the playoff race for sure, both of us. As always, apologize for the lag. So you're probably getting ready to get some storms here soon. So that obviously doesn't help.
Yep.
So
Not at all.
all right, touch on our breakout players from last week. Sure.
I'm gonna do mine first. All right. So I had Sonny Gray. Obviously, we know what Sonny Gray has, what he does. But he was coming off a really rough week with Philly, where he was only went 3 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 7 earned runs, 1 walk, and 4 Ks. So really rough week. The prior week, he was able to face the best team in baseball, the Detroit Tigers. Uh, Quality start, 6 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, and 10 Ks. So Sonny looked excellent. I think he really needed that. Um, I I wish he would go out there and do that every time, especially because he's on my fantasy team and he's a Cardinal. That was the best game that Sonny Gray has had all year, and I hope he continues to just keep rocking and rolling like that. My hitter was Will Benson. This guy's been lighting it up. Former first round pick by the Indians back in 2016. His last 7 games, though, he's gone 11 for 23 with 5 home runs, 10 RBIs, 3 walks, stolen base. He's hitting 478 in those last 7 games with the 538 OBP and slugging 1.2. So 34 bats this season. He's hit 353 at the 1.2. That's pretty great way to start his time back here or back in Cincinnati. So someone to keep your eye on too for fantasy. He has the power. Will Benson also has the speed. He started off pretty hot last season, and then his strikeout rate rose up to about 40%, and he was just really bad to end the year with Cincinnati. But maybe his talent's here. He's definitely he's got the talent. So Will Benson and Sonny Gray, those are my guys. Who do you have for yours?
Yeah, I'll start with my batter. I did Miguel Vargas. Had a pretty good week in 28 at bats. He had 4 home runs, 9 RBIs, batted 423 with a 367 OBP, including a 2 home run game. So hopefully he kind of starts clearing his head a bit because I mean, when you go from the Dodgers to the White Sox, I mean it's going to sting a little, but he's been getting a lot of playing time, so that's good for him. So hopefully this is the start to what he can
Yeah.
actually be for that White Sox team. And my pitcher is Brian Wu. I've always been high on Wu because when he's healthy, he's one of the better pitchers in the game, no doubt. On 13 and at third innings pitched, 1 win, 2 quality starts, 0.68 ERA and 0.68 WHIP with 11 strikeouts. So a big part of that Mariners rotation who swept San Diego. So they're still at the top as of right now. So yeah.
Yeah, Brian Wu looks excellent. He's Seattle always just seems to have dominant pitching, and he's part of that. He's turning into one of Seattle's best top pitchers. I would put him at a top 3 pitcher this year for Seattle, maybe a top 2. I think he's been as good as anybody on Seattle's rotation. Logan Gilbert, I don't know if he's back yet or will be coming back. Obviously, Logan Gilbert maybe would probably fill that number 1 spot. You also have Luis Castillo. Bryce Miller, who has not performed well this year. I think he's on the IL now as well. But, yeah, super big talent over there. And a few guys, too, I'll mention that are possible Rookie of the Year candidates right now. And this was voted on by MLB as well. I'd have to agree. I don't know if this is the correct order I'd put it in, but I'll go ahead and just read a couple of them off. For American League, number 1, which I think I agree with this one. Jacob Wilson in that number 1 spot. Christian Campbell in the number 2 spot. And then Jason Dominguez, Shane Smith, and Tomoyuki Sagano. So those are the top 5 right now for chances of winning Rookie of the Year. For the American League and for National League, AJ Smith-Shawver, Drake Baldwin, Augustine Ramirez, Luis Angel Acuna, and Dylan Cruz. So a bunch of studs on that list. Kind of kicking myself for not picking up AJ Smith-Shawver. I was really considering it, and I think he's going to be really good in that Braves rotation. He's looking great. So, any thoughts on any of those guys? Would you add anybody else in that top 5 maybe? I know Matt Shaw just got the call back, so he's back in that Cubs lineup. But I think it's looking pretty solid right there as of now. A couple of your guys actually
got some
too.
good candidates.
Jacob Wilson and Sugano.
Yeah, a couple of really good candidates in there. Jacob Wilson for sure. If he keeps playing like the way he's playing, for sure. I mean, as far as home runs go, they might not be all that there this season, but if you're constantly hitting over 330, 340, hitting the way he is, I mean,
yeah,
it's hard to be beaten.
Well, speaking of it, I mean, right now you're right. He's in the MLB. He has he's number 3 in average. So it goes Aaron Judge at 401, Freddie Freeman at 368. 2 obviously huge name baseball players, and then followed by Jacob Wilson at 343, Goldschmidt at 339, and then Will Smith at 339 as well. So huge names right there, man. And then Brendan Donovan, I'll go ahead and shout him out. He's at number 6. He's having a great year. So that's your top 5 there. And yeah, Jacob Wilson, if he managed to be a top 5 hitter all season, he should have no issue winning that Rookie of the Year. OPS top 5, Aaron Judge, followed by Freddie Freeman, Shohei. They're all 1.net. Aaron Judge is 1.2.net. And then Pete Alonso, 965, and then Schwarber at 962. So those guys are just having heck of seasons already. Your top 5 RBI leaders, Wilmer Flores at 42, continues to rake. Aaron Judge, 41. Seiya Suzuki, 39. Pete Crow Armstrong, 38. And then he's tied with quite a few people at 38. Devers, Eugenio Suarez, Spencer Torkelson, and Pete Alonso's after that. But studs all through the list, man. I mean, the one thing that sticks out with me in that is your guy Jacob Wilson. So, top 5 stolen base leaders: O'Neal Cruz and Luis Robert Jr. both at 17. For some reason, I thought Luis Robert Jr. had 18 now, but Ellie De La Cruz at 16, Bobby Witt 16, Pete Crow Armstrong at 14. I'll just run through a couple pitching too, just to throw it out there. Mackenzie Gore, strikeout leader, 84 Ks. Zach Wheeler, 80. Crochet, 73. Reagans, Rodon, Sale tied with 72. So that's your strikeout leaders. Looking pretty good, man. It's been a pretty fun season so far. And I'll go ahead and do ERA. I don't want to leave that out. But Max Fried's leading it with 1.29. Hunter Brown, 1.43. Kodai Senga, 1.43. And then Chris Bubick, 1.47. Tyler Mahle, 1.47. It's your top 5 for ERA. I expect maybe some of that to change up a little bit, but some studs in there. Max Fried, Hunter Brown, Senga. I think obviously the shockers are Bubick and Tyler Mahle, but I don't know. Maybe it lasts. Maybe it sticks.
Yeah, I can see it.
What did you have for us next?
Yeah, I like to bring up my series of the week that we're looking forward to. Mine's going to be, I would imagine, a pretty popular one. It's the Dodgers going to Queens to face the Mets this weekend. That's going to be a pretty big series. So Dodgers first place team, Mets were first place team. Phillies are now currently in first place in that NL East. So we'll see how that goes. But Dodgers Mets, that's going to be a fun series.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. I was looking at that one too. 2 hot teams, 2 of the better teams in baseball, record wise. But I end up going with the Padres and Braves. I think Braves are finally starting to find themselves a little bit. They're getting Strider back. AJ Smith-Shawver's been dealing. So obviously the Padres have been hot. So and they're playing in Atlanta. So I think it'll be a pretty good series. If the Braves sweep them, they'll have the same record as the Padres at that point, so or about the same record. So, yep, Dodgers, Mets, Padres, Braves.
I like it.
I'll go ahead. Yeah, I'll go ahead too. I'm not going to read the records. I'm just going to go through it. I'm just going to say who's in first and go down. But this is your rankings for the each division right now. AL East, you got the Yankees followed by Boston, then Toronto, Tampa Bay, and then Baltimore. I'll go ahead and say the first 2. Just the Yankees are 27-19. Baltimore is at 15-31. That's hate to see their manager get fired. AL Central, we got Tigers. I'll just read it. Screw it. 31-17. Twins 26-21. Kansas City 27-22. Cleveland 25-21. And White Sox 14-34. Seattle 27-19. Houston 25-22. Texas Rangers at 25-23. Athletics at 22-26. And the Angels at 21-25. Pretty fun division right there. NL East, we have the Phillies at 29-18, Mets at 29-19, Braves at 24-13, Washington 21-27, and Miami at 19-27. Our NL Central, Cubs at 28-20, Cardinals, the hot Cardinals, 27-21, Cincinnati 25-24, Milwaukee 23-25, Pittsburgh 15-33. Ouch. NL West, we got the Dodgers at 29-19, Padres 27-18, San Francisco 28-20, Diamondbacks 26-22, and the Colorado Rockies at 8-39. Whew, that's rough. And that is your AL and NL standings as we stand on May 20th, 2025.
Yeah, it's a couple surprises in there. Obviously the Orioles, the Rockies being like I said, I knew the Rockies weren't going to be a great team, but yeah, this bad. That's rough. Yeah, Orioles being as bad as they are right now. Their manager just got fired. The Cardinals being as hot as they are, is it going to last? We'll just have to see. I mean, they're looking good right now. They still have a killer offense over a month through the season.
Yep.
So, see how that goes.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good, but how long does it last is the real question. So what do you have for us next?
Well, unless you got anything else, I have my crazy baseball stat.
We got one thing for you.
All right.
Gotta guess this player. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right. This player was born in 1968, so he has retired. He hasn't played since 2011. He career bats 5,200, 5,204, 262 lifetime average, 265 home runs, 899 RBIs, 30 stolen bases, and an 833 OPS. He started his career in the NL with Montreal in 1990. Then he went to Boston in 95, Oakland from 96 to 2000. 2001, he played for the Cubs. 2002, he played for Milwaukee. 2004 and 2005, he played in Kansas City. And then he just started bouncing around kind of all over. Texas, Detroit, Toronto, Philly, San Diego. Ended his career in Washington. His biggest seasons, he had a 38 home run season, 102 RBIs, and that was with Oakland in 99.
I've got a guess.
Any guess yet?
I'm going to go with.
He was a switch hitter. Wasn't a tall guy, but he was a big guy. World Series champion in 2008 with Philly.
Yep. Matt Stairs is who I'm guessing. Although
Yep.
I don't remember him being a switch hitter though.
Yep, Matt Stairs. It said that he batted left and right.
Maybe it was.
Do you remember him just hitting
maybe,
left-handed?
Yeah,
Oh, you're right. You're
shortstop
right. He
throw.
wasn't.
Yeah.
So that's my fault. Yeah, it was throw. Yeah, big left-hander. But yeah,
Yeah.
he kind of reminded me of a Schwarber in a way.
Yeah. Kind of a fun fact about Matt Stairs, which I might have to make this a crazy MLB stat at some point. He is the current all-time leader for pinch hit home runs. He set that record in when he was playing in San Diego 2010, I believe. So, and then
That is correct.
One of his biggest home runs, or if not his biggest, was in the NLCS in '08 against the Dodgers, where he had a pinch hit home run.
Yep.
In game, I want to say game 6, either game 5 or game 6.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, he was fun to watch. He was never a Cardinal, unfortunately, but I'm sure he's still watching baseball today. What did you have for your crazy MLB stat?
yeah, so in honor of Clayton Kershaw having his first start this year, I want to throw out a crazy Kershaw stat. There's a few of these. So in May of 2016, Clayton Kershaw pitched more shutouts than he allowed walks in the entire month of May 2016. He threw 3 shutouts, but he only walked 2 batters in the entire month of May 2016.
That's I would say probably one of his best months he's ever had in his career.
Oh yeah.
That's like prime Kershaw too. So, to see him still pitching today is just unreal. Though he's gonna pitch until they don't want him anymore. I love
Yeah.
that though. I love people that can't go away from the game and still do okay too. Just like Verlander and
Rich
Jacob
Hill.
deGrom is going crazy. But some of the older guys like Verlander and Kershaw, and those guys continue to blow me away. Even might not be the craziest stuff. You can't expect what they used to have, but they still give you 6 innings. So, well, Luke, I'll be and everybody listening, I'll be out of the state for a while on vacation, so I will be gone until after Memorial Day. I won't be back until June, sometime in June 1st, I think. So I'll be gone for a little bit. Luke might hop on here and continue to update you with some big news, exciting news that's coming up. Maybe he could let you know how my fantasy's doing for these next couple weeks. But
if I'm winning, then I will.
But we'll yeah. But we'll try to keep you updated, and if I have some time on vacation, I won't have my laptop, but I'll have my phone, so maybe I can hop on like I did in Chicago for even if it's for like 10-15 minutes or so. But other than that, appreciate everybody listening. It's been a great fun season so far, and it's been fun talking on here, so hope to update you with some news here soon. And that's 643 for you, baby.
Peace out.
Peace.